He's best known for playing George Costanza in Seinfeld. Now Jason Alexander is returning to our screens, but this time he's playing himself.
US correspondent Miley Hogan sat down with the actor in LA. Hi, Miley.
Hi guys, good morning. Oh, I love this one. He's one of the best comedic actors in the world, and he's also a really nice, genuine guy. He was happy to reminisce about his iconic character George Costanza on one of the greatest shows of all time, Seinfeld, and talk about his new project where he stars in an ad for Uber Eats.
Do you ever just get down on your knees and thank God that you know me and have access to my dementia?
He gave us some of the best laughs in TV.
George is getting upset. Worlds are colliding. Serenity now!
Playing George Costanza, Jerry Seinfeld's neurotic, hard luck friend.
For I am Costanza, Lord of the Idiots.
I went to college having done virtually no comedy and thinking I was going to be a dramatic actor. And I had a professor in my second year of college who was lovely enough to pull me into his office, and he literally said to me, "I know your heart and soul is Hamlet, and you could be a profound Hamlet, but you're never gonna play Hamlet. Look in the mirror, you're 5 foot, 5 inches tall, you're 20 pounds overweight, and you're already losing your hair. You're not gonna get the roles you think you're gonna get."
I invented It's Not You, It's Me.
Thankfully, he listened, becoming one of the core four that made Seinfeld one of the most successful TV sitcoms in history.
I don't think of myself as a comedian. Comedians, I worked with one. I know what they do.
Would it kill you not to be so funny all the time? That's all I'm asking.
Jerry gets up every day still, and he writes. He looks at the world through his lenses and goes, what's funny about this world, and how do I write that down, and how do I quantify that, and then how do I say it to a group of people? That, to me, is a comedian.
So in that case, talking about Jerry, would he give you a joke then and tell you how to deliver it, or would you say, give me that and I'll show you how we're going to do this?
It was an interesting collaboration, especially early on when I will be the first to admit I didn't understand the show. I remember early on, George was dating a woman and he felt like he could never dominate the relationship. And he said something about, I can never get the upper hand. And Jerry says something like, you have no hand. And George's line as written was, no hand, no hand. And as an actor, I'm going, no hand, right? Trying to deliver it in a way that, and again, it was like an early episode, so we were all figuring each other out. And he said, I don't want to give you a line reading, but we kind of heard that line in a very specific way. Do you think we could show you what we meant? And I went, you can show me, and if I understand it, I'll do it. And the reading was, no hand, no hand. That was it. No hand, no hand. And I went, let me try that on.
I have no hand at all. She has the hand, I have no hand.
I didn't understand it, but I didn't know it was funny. And so I just went, all right, I'll do it. And it got a great laugh. There would be acting tips going back and forth and then comedy tips coming back the other way. But I think I left the show funnier than when I started it because I picked up some really good tips from some really smart people.
Wow.
Throw forward to today and Jason can't land a joke at a dinner party.
And then I said, no problema.
So he orders canned laughter, erupting at inconvenient times.
I'm very sorry for your loss! He was a good man! A good man! Shut up! Not you!
Do you feel like you had bits of George in this ad?
I think they certainly tried to evoke bits of George in the ad. The notion of being driven out of one's mind to a point of hysteria is, George's turf was he would get there at the drop of a hat. Jason in the ad has to be pushed a little bit further, but we both get there.
And while it's unlikely we'll see George reaching new hysteric levels, it's comforting to know the crew still occasionally catch up as themselves.
We're not having dinner every other Friday night or something like that. I haven't seen some of them in years. When we do see each other, you would think, well, we're not those characters and it's been 30 years since we hung out. Surely it will be a different vibe. That has not been proven to be true. We seem to fall right back into the same juvenile behavior that we were indulging in 30 years ago.
Oh, I love it. Time for a reunion, I say.
Sure.